Alright, so earlier today, this is an update of what happened to me earlier today. Uh, Traveled about 13, 14 miles, and upon exiting the freeway, I noticed a little shake in the vehicle, and I seen a little sting, but it wasn't really steaming up or whatever. So this piece is a connector. When I got the truck, the heater core was already cut, disconnected, and this T-split was made. I'm looking and assuming it's a return line or something. How it is, this line right here, loop around, goes back to it, and then it goes down to the back of the engine block. I'm assuming that's where it goes. So that's like a T-split and a return line, and then this part goes down into the top of the engine block. So this line popped off last year. I already knew it was a problem, but it didn't give me no problem after I forced back in. Part of this broke off. Didn't think nothing of it. Forced back on and stayed. Then busted again, actually close to the end of the summer last year. Forced back on there and stayed. Then today it broke. This is plastic. This is plastic, and it's already brittle. Part of it broke off, and I just stuffed back and put the clamps back on and didn't think nothing. But I got to change the thermostat in here too. But because like I said, I don't really go far. I go 13 miles, and I travel about 3 or 4 miles to work. So I'm not traveling far. The truck's not running far. So it slipped my mind. It's not a big deal to me. It's easily could be done. So I can no longer get this piece of step back in after it popped off twice on me. I took a socket. That silver piece between these two cramp connectors, whatever you call them. That is a socket. I don't know what size socket is. It's a ratchet tool socket. Don't know what size it is and everything. I just looked in my toolbox, which I carry with me. And just lucky enough, I always keep an extra a full bottle or a full bottle and a half a bottle of coolant in here with me, because that happened to me last year. So now I gotta buy some more coolant and put in here, because it's just straight water in here and probably whatever was at the bottom of the engine block. And I'm basically running off of water right now. I made it back 9 miles after it busted me twice and under a mile or whatever. And this is just straight water. And like I said, I put my socket in there, crank connectors, and tighten it down as tight as I could get, and I made it. And I also have a Bluetooth OB2 scanner and stuff, so I can look at my temperature gauge and see the temperature rising. And so I actually made it back. It didn't make it. That's after the second time, it didn't raise over 100. The cooler temperature didn't get over 100. It stayed 99, and they stayed 99, 98, and then dropped down 97, 96. So I was able to make it back. And the second time it popped on me and stuff, I used the whole gallon. Now I used the whole thing after the second time. The first time I only used half of it. Then the second time I put the rest in there. And I actually stopped at I think it was a Turbo's or Chevron. I put into the parking lot. The second time it happened, and when I repaired it, I went inside the store, and the clerk, he was nice enough to take me into the back of the where they in the back of the store where they keep all their clean supply stuff and that in the sink. And he was nice enough to fill this up for me and let me fill this up. So if he do end up seeing this, I appreciate him, thank him and stuff, because I needed this water, but I didn't use it. I was able to make it back. I was able to make it all the way back to the house the third time. I mean, the second time after I put it on, so it wasn't the third time. I was always made it back, and that's gonna sit back there for a week or so, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But like I said, I don't travel far. I travel like 3 miles to work and probably 13 miles to my people crib. And I had to use this dog. I gotta get this coolant. I gotta get this windshield fluid out of here. It's too thick. It's too thick. It's not even a store bought. It's some stuff I use from work. It's too concentrated and everything. Cause the cooler shot up my washer car, so I sprayed that to try to give me the view in this. Yeah, I've been working on this truck. It was my alternator last week. Battery alternator last week. Now it's this cooling line. I gotta change the thermostat. Nah, I ain't doing nothing right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm shooting a video right now.
Oh, okay.
And then I gotta change my thermostat, which been on my plan. I got it, bought it last year, still didn't change it. So that's gonna be planned. But it's straight water in this system right now. So don't open under pressure if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know how much water in here. Shit, barely nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out.